Oh, out of game. Here we are. Hey, everybody. A new weekly stream. For those of you just joining us, don't know who we are. My name is Ed. I'm known in the forums and Discord as a helpful tourist. And this is my co-host for the day, Giant. Everybody calls him Giant. So that's pretty much just all you need to know. We have a new microphone this week, so I apologize if we sound a little bit different. If maybe somebody out there in the world can tell us. But hello to our usual streamers. I see people coming in already into the chat. Super far back, a short chair or something. Giant's just a little bit further back.
I'm significantly farther back.
He's 4 times smaller than I am. You guys don't know this. Mike's a tiny bit too high. Okay, I can drop that down and fix it. Let's try... that still looks high. Let's try this. How's that? Is that any better, Lothar? You gotta tell me. It's like 8.5 seconds worth of lag. Oh boy. Anyway, I'll just assume that it's fine. We have a lot to cover today. We have last week's challenge. Distortion from the mic. Yeah, it's just it's a webcam mic. We've downgraded a little bit, but this is what we've got, Diamond Wolf. So I'm sorry, man.
Also, to be fair, Ed's voice itself is a little distorted. So
I
what are you gonna do?
prefer to think of it as sexy, but some people might call it distorted.
I mean, sexy is a word.
Sexy is a word. So we have like a ton of new news for you guys. We just dropped DLC. We have a progress update on console. We have a new weekly challenge. We have an old weekly challenge, and hopefully we'll be able to play some multiplayer with you guys. I wanted to jump right into last week's challenge because it was pretty interesting, and we have this amazing grid that I hope is incredibly accurate. We do have a patch information as well. I see Kodaguan is already on it, already leaking patch information, which isn't really a leak because it's out there forever. But let's talk about the challenge first, and then we can talk a little bit about the patch and other stuff like that. Last week's challenge was to put together a team of 3 comprised of only 1 previous weekly challenge winner and 2 new folks, and put up a combined score of backfire for rookie, hotshot, and ace as a team, and anybody can play any difficulty, but each person had to play 1 difficulty. The winning team was comprised of Terminal, Track, and Chili. They put down a combined leaderboard score of 3.37 million, which is absolutely absurd. Terminal put down 2 million alone on Rookie, which was 6, so congratulations to you guys. I want to put a huge shout out to all the other teams. We had Lupin, Sirius, and Yoshi. They were close with 2.2 million. Stoga, Astro, and Yinit, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, they came up with 1.9 million. And let's see, Bronkley, Mr. Bo, and Spooty. I don't know who Mr. Bo is, but they were in distant 4th place. There were some other groups. You guys should check it out in the Discord channel under Weekly Challenge, and you can see all the scores and the banter that went on. There's some really high scores that we put up this week. It was freaking crazy. Yeah, Terminal totally did carry you guys, Chili. But that's that. That wraps that up. Each one of you guys that's on that team will be eligible for a sweet Chronos Frontier patch, physical patch. Just DM me your address and information, and I'll send that out along with a very heartfelt letter from myself. Chili, you'll get a different version this time because last one you got was for moderating. This one is going to be different, but yeah, that's that, you guys. We'll talk at the end of the stream about what our next challenge is going to be, but we should totally talk about what we did in the patch. What is new in the patch? And Giant is mystified.
No, I'm just trying to read what
It's
an
tiny
old Jedi
text.
is saying. So, we're talking about the patch?
Patch, yeah, what do we do for the patch?
So a couple of new things for the patch. One thing that is, we didn't really mention it, but for anybody who's gotten the DLC, it'll probably be pretty obvious if you pay attention to it. The DLC, user-created levels can now be put directly in the overload folder under a DLC folder. So if you get the DLC, it'll just create the folder and put it in there. You no longer need to put it in program data. So you can put it in either or both, but just pay attention. If you have the same level in multiple places, you might not be loading the level you think you're loading.
Yeah, the reason we had to do that was Steam doesn't like to push information to the program files
program data.
program data file. That's the word I was looking for. Which is understandable. It's a system file. So
Yeah,
we just
so
made a new one and pushed it to a new location and made it so it accepts files in that location
yeah, so
also.
you can just put it directly in the DLC inside where the game is, so that just makes that a little bit simpler. We got some other as Lafar Boat Anchor was mentioning. You can we've nerfed the flak and the driller a little bit. They both lost, I want to say, around 7% damage overall. Reflex got about a 7% boost, and Flak also, the range of Flak went down a little bit. I think it was a little bit.
Flag got hit the
I think it was
hardest.
a little bit closer to like 10%. I mean, we didn't want to overswing.
No, these were small adjustments to try and bring things in line. It's really not a great idea to over nerf something and then have to
Yeah,
undo it. It's better to just dial in on that magic number. So, small adjustment. We're not saying this is all we're ever going to do. We're not saying we're going to do more. This is just where we're at right now.
so like if you're willing to play multiplayer before, you should be willing to play it now because it shouldn't have made things unplayable. If anything, it should have made them better. And if it didn't make them good enough, then just give us feedback. We'll, pay attention to it. And if it seems like overall the community says, Reflex still blows and the driller is OP and give me back my flak, then, we'll look into it. I will say though that we are probably not going to make any drastic changes. Like somebody on Steam forums was talking about how it would be great if the flak could actually like stop missiles.
That will never happen.
That will never happen because the flak is already possibly OP, and if you could just hold it and like stop missiles in front of you, that seems like a fantastic way to make it so that all other primaries are basically useless.
Yeah, no, the damage changes were small. We're still trying to dial in on those numbers. Obi-Wan's saying that they did testing and it still is 5 damage per blast. There's decimal points.
Yeah. I think it went from around like 4.5 to 5 ballpark. I don't remember the number specifically, but I think Reflex got slightly more than 7% boost. But I mean, still, it's it probably went from like 4.7 to 5 or from 5 to 5.3 or something like that. You really will need to do like 50 shots or something to kind of like get that average because it is 100% like it is a decimal point change,
Yeah.
which your armor tracks, but it only displays to the whole numbers, so you won't necessarily see that.
There were some other changes we made too.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I knew we were going through this, I would have at least glanced at the list. But there is a mysterious button that we're not going to talk about that will be enabled in the future. There is.
Oh yes, the button of mystery.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no mystery button. You can do MP on LAN matches now. Sorry, you can make custom MP maps
custom.
that you can use on LAN. For clarity, you will need the exact same level on every computer involved in the match. So you're going to need it on the server, you're going to need it on the host, you're going to need it on the clients. And if you don't, then like the clients, I think will join, but like it'll say something like you can't choose this map, or maybe they won't be able. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
what
there's
happens,
an error message for it, but the people were asking us why we didn't just have it so that like you could do this in the wild, like online. Why we didn't do online? And the reason is it's a lot more difficult to implement online play and ensure that everybody has those maps. Like we have servers that are not here; they're often many different locations, and syncing the map acquisition across not just that server but everybody involved is an endeavor that just can't be done by us right now.
If we were going to, so first of all, there aren't any custom additional maps available because I mean we just released the editor. If we were going to release custom MP maps, just FYI, I would guess that we would probably put them directly in a patch and probably would not have them in DLC just because of the fact that if you can't assume that everyone has the multiplayer map, it becomes much more of a headache out in the wild. Whereas if just everyone has the same core maps, you don't have to go through that additional level of check. So it would be simplest for us if we put it in the patch itself, if we were to release.
Yeah, this is all
now,
in the hypothetical
yeah,
future.
that's not to say we are going to do it. That's not going to say that even if we do release MP maps in the future, they will be in patch. This is just me saying that would probably be the easiest, but that's not like if we wanted to, if we set up dedicated servers at some point, which we haven't started doing that yet, we're not sure we're going to do it. Everything is always a question until we actually get it done and it's working. But maybe like that would come as part of the dedicated server thing, so we wouldn't do that, and maybe we would have DLC in the future. Basically, what we're saying is we have no idea what's going on. Where are we, and where's our medicine?
You know, that still doesn't address pushing the maps to and from the server and ensuring that everybody that's connected to the server has the same maps, like the same CRC. So we're just going to say maybe, and we're not saying no. That's all we can commit to right
Yeah. All right. So
now. Console update. There's not a lot there.
I was gonna say
We're still looking at October as our release for the console. We don't have a firm date. We've made progress,
a
a
lot
lot of progress
yeah,
this week.
a
There was
lot of the question
progress.
marks that we had are out. It's still not like done where like we can say okay everything's ready, we just have to press the button. But now like we had things that we were waiting on where this should take a week or two, this could take a couple of months. All of that is taken care of. Now we're just kind of onto the regular pace where like we're just about done. We've got stuff to do. We want to release in October. We have a date in October that we are internally aiming for, and currently it does not look like we won't. Like we feel confident that like we're gonna either hit it or come reasonably close. I mean, the one thing I can say is it's not coming out this coming week. We will have some leeway. Some leeway. We will try to let you know as soon as we can when we've got a solid date. But again, there's still some questions, but we're still aiming for a date in October. And as far as we know, we're gonna hit it.
Yeah, we're on schedule for it. We got all of our big questions answered. That's pretty much a
Yeah.
decent summary of that. You want to play some multiplayer, or do you want to talk about the DLC?
What else do we have to talk about?
We have DLC, multiplayer.
We have DLC and multiplayer. Currently, I don't think the DLC.
No, we're not going to include the DLC in the console release. Talk about DLC. Okay, so we put together. This was something that came together incredibly fast. We had a contest earlier this summer, a level design contest. And it was originally just for challenge mode maps, but later on opened up to single player maps, and we got a lot of really great submissions into it. And we talked about it internally, and we decided it wouldn't be great if we could share all these levels with everybody else. We could kind of try and put it together as a package. We could even help the people that made these levels by splitting the profits with them, and hopefully everybody would win. And it totally came together a lot faster than we thought. We sat down and filtered through the levels. We picked out the ones we liked. Some of them weren't quite in line with, like what we would expect. So we tweaked some of them. Some of them we had to make fit for other various reasons. We had to make changes to a lot of lighting here and there. But in the end, we ended up with what is a very impressive collection of challenge mode maps. There's 12 challenge mode maps. So that's 2 new full pages of 6. They all have leaderboard support integrated in them on Steam, so you guys can fight each other for those hot spots. They have a separate leaderboard that's just for DLC's like conglomerate score.
So for all you people that did not get the DLC, you're welcome for not screwing with your combined leader score, because I really don't like the kind of pay to win model on it of like I've spent an extra $5, so by default I can get twice the score as
Yeah,
other
no,
people.
we talked about doing that, and we were like, nope, that's a pitfall. We don't want to
Yeah.
we don't want to make anybody upset here. That's not the goal. We just wanted to share sweet levels. We built a story internally for the 9 levels that we had submitted for, or the 9 levels that we accepted for the single player campaign. Then we stitched them together in what we thought was a pretty reasonable order. You have to remember, these are all community levels, so there's going to be little bugs here and there, a lot of little visual bugs that we didn't just have time to like pick up on. But the levels are still beautiful. They're still amazingly well constructed. And the story is a story that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit honest here on the DLC levels. So we have been stretched thin looking at console stuff and just looking at other stuff in general, and there's
Patches.
also been less, fewer people and hours spent in the office by just about everybody for various life reasons. So we did not get a chance to hammer on the DLC as much as we would have liked. If this was made by us internally, we definitely would have spent a lot more time going over it. So the story was mostly written by Ed, which is why you can tell that it's terrible.
I It
Actually,
kind of makes
it
sense.
kind of makes sense. I think it worked pretty well for what we had and how super short a time we had.
I wrote that. You know what? I don't even want to tell you what
Yeah,
time frame I wrote that
it
in.
was done very quickly. I like some of the subtle stuff that we did. Unfortunately, some of the like minor bugs that like we didn't even really anticipate at first came through, like the fact that if you rescue any cryo survivors, they say that they're teleported to the Iberia,
We couldn't
which
change that in time.
no, yeah, that's just think of it as like a weird like they're indirectly teleported to the Iberia, and the Iberia is just kind of like, what the hell did these guys? Whatever, we got more people on board. Let's do this. But anyway, so Ed did a lot of the story. Ryan did a lot of the tweaking of just kind of
He did
like,
all of it,
okay,
and
Ryan
like
did
an
all the tweaking
insane amount.
of like fixing problems we could find, but then also just adjusting stuff like if the levels are in a certain order and the reflex is a specific weapon to unlock things in this mission, you don't want the reflex before that. So we had to like change the weapons around to where they unlock. Wanted to add upgrade points and super upgrade points. Maybe other small tweaks to it. So that was all Ryan. But at the end of the day, these levels were made by the community. They are the ones who did the heavy lifting. Those two just, basically sprinted over a week to try to make the small tweaks.
And
So if you guys like this, thank the community. We
yeah,
didn't make these levels, the community made these. So
we
thank
tried
them.
super hard to
And
keep
then
it
more
true.
importantly, if you don't like them,
Blame the community.
blame the community.
We tried super hard to preserve the feel and idea of the levels. We might have missed or not quite got it on all of them, but a lot of these levels didn't take place where they do in the story, so we tried to keep it to subtly shift them around to try and tell the story, maybe how they got their names, preserve different unique elements of the levels. So we definitely were trying to pay homage to the creators on this one. Each one should identify who created it. We'll have to fix one of those in an upcoming patch. But each one should pay tribute to them. And don't forget, like at the end of the day, they share in the profits too. So yeah, we priced it at a price that we thought was reasonable for levels that we didn't create internally, but we put some work on. So mostly we just want to get it out to people because they're cool.
Yeah, and half the proceeds are going to the community, the members that made it. So like we're giving back to them for what they did.
Yep.
I think
Paying
Mike
for
might
their
have
work.
actually gotten around to paying them by now. If not, it should
He
be going out.
did say last night, "Oh shit, I have to pay the level creators." And he's like, "I'll get to that. I'll get to that."
Yeah. And then Max, if you're who I think you are, uh, there were some scores on the DLC leaderboards before we actually released it because of things. So we actually just kind of wanted to do a clean slate, so we just wiped all the scores. If new scores aren't showing up on the leaderboard, that's a separate thing. It would probably be best just to like message us in Discord or something, and we can try to figure out what's going on with that. But oh, speaking of that, so there's two reasons why there might be confusion on scores on the leaderboards that are new with this build. So first of all, in order to get a score up on the leaderboard, you have to have the DLC version of the challenge mode.
Yeah.
Technically, on an older build, you could do some stuff. That's why because once we created the leaderboard, some scores were actually able to go up there. But now that we've set up the leaderboards correctly with the patch, you need the corresponding DLC to get a score up on the leaderboard. If you just like make tweaks to the level, or if you get like downloaded directly from Discord, you can absolutely play it, but you will not be able to put scores up on the leaderboard. The second thing was, so there's a small group of our player base who would get like a hitch every minute or so while playing the game because of a ping call that is in the game to basically just help verify that you're not cheating. For some people, this was causing a slight hitch about every minute. and we tried to legitimately make this better with one of the patches, but it didn't do enough. It didn't work. So finally, we just said screw it. So now, if you hold Shift Control and hit T in any menu in game, you basically stop doing this call, but so you won't have this hitch anymore, but the game thinks that you are basically able to cheat a little bit easier now. So you can no longer get achievements, you can no longer set leaderboard scores. If you do this in game, you should be fine. It won't toggle this off. This is just a menu, and like you can pause in game and do it if you want to do it that
And
way.
it says there's a little banner that
Yeah,
pops up.
it's really obvious of like you've done this now. You will have to restart the game to kind of turn it off because like once you start cheating, it's hard to like verify that you didn't cheat part of that. But if you do this again, it'll prevent achievements. It'll prevent leaderboard scores. So if you have either the wrong version of the DLC or you hit that in a menu, then you will no longer be able to report to the leaderboard separately than the other stuff.
To answer Max, yes, it is build 1872. To answer Puddles, don't worry about that. That's coming. That's just content that we had to put in for future stuff.
Also,
It's not live
Puddles,
yet.
we don't know what you're talking about.
We don't know what you're talking about.
There's not a button there. You're crazy.
And Noru, so yeah, co-op is still a no. That's not gonna happen probably ever.
Yeah, I mean, never, but co-op would be a large investment, and it would be the equivalent of like a super huge DLC for us, or like a sequel or something. So this would just be like this would be months in the making at a minimum, and
Like 6 months, and that would be 6 months if we had our full team, which we don't anymore. So now I don't even know how long it would take. Like
Well,
forever.
to be fair, I don't know that we necessarily need Vic and Chris that much.
What about
but
Luke?
we'd probably need Luke.
We probably need Luke.
Yeah, Luke left us. He moved out.
Yep, Luke is out of the office.
He's back into his old office, and
Check out Radiant Games.
He is
see what he's working on.
Radiant Games basically full time now. I think he's gonna actually start streaming. I think he was saying he was gonna like stream 3 days a week. So I think his first stream is Monday, which this is not his fault. It was his. He was free to take it. But that's actually why we've downgraded.
He took our microphone.
He took Big Mike, so we're back to Little Mike on the webcam. So that's why Ed and I sound 47% worse. But yeah. And then if you didn't know, we're on sale right now to celebrate the.
That's a good point. That was one of the reasons we were working super hard to get that DLC out, is so we could fit into the sale time.
Because honestly, we wanted the patch out last week, but we had stupid shader and shadow stuff, so we couldn't get that out last week. And then I forgot when we wanted the DLC, but I mean, we absolutely wanted it out by today. We might have wanted it out last week, but that's because we were spending so much time on behind the scenes just trying to figure everything out. That's one of the reasons why like we just didn't have enough time to focus on spell checking and just some of the little bugs that people noticed in the DLC. Like we've just been focused on other stuff, just trying to get.
Wait, has there been misspellings in the DLC?
There's absolutely no misspellings or grammar checks. Don't check the that one forum in Discord where people have been ripping into you. Actually, multiple forums. But on the plus side. We could probably update the SP levels easily because the CRCs don't change. So we might.
But we do have to update one of the. Sorry, we do have to update one of the challenge mode maps. I think.
I mean, we should because we got. Was it Unit's name wrong?
Unit's name is wrong in there. Sorry, Unit.
Yeah, we accidentally instead of saying Unit made this level, we said it was made by a random badger or something like that.
No, it was the other way. It said Unit and it was supposed to say something else.
Oh. It was supposed to say this level was made by a random badger. That makes sense. Makes sense.
So sorry, we'll get that fixed. We'll look into the other issues that people pointed out. If it's not too hard for us to fix them, we'll fix them. If it is, I'm sorry, but we probably won't.
Yeah, one thing that's also
most importantly, none of them really impact the playability of everything. One kind of makes things wonky, but it still works. So.
Yeah, due to the way Steam works, we kind of were restricted on when we were releasing things because just for various things. So we kind of had to rush to get the initial thing out the door, but now if there's time and if we have the ability to look into it, because console is hopefully kind of on somewhat on a little bit more on autopilot now than it had been, so we've got a little bit more time to mess around with things. But we also don't have like as much Luke support, for instance. So a lot of the tweaks will have to come from Ryan, who is, no offense to Ryan, not as good as Luke.
Diet Luke.
He's possibly diet caffeine-free Luke, but
He's still really good though. He learned a lot in the time that he got here.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's still some stuff that we would be willing to change, but there's also just the, do we want to release a patch like this coming week following this patch? I mean, obviously it would be a super minor patch. Do we want to update the DLC? Do we want to make these changes and just, the normal stuff?
Just clone Luke. I wish we could, man. He's got a lot of projects he's working on right now. I wish him tons of luck. I ate lunch with him on Friday, and it was not only a delicious lunch, but it was pretty cool to hear about all the stuff he's working on. So
yeah, they had Farron's, which means nothing to most of you people, but it's a very, very good burger.
Cheese, delicious. I had a Russell.
Oh, you had a Russell? Russells are good.
Okay, so we thought we'd probably try and show you guys the first level of the story for the DLC, if you guys haven't gotten a chance to check it out. And maybe one of the challenge mode maps.
I feel like we could do one of the challenge mode maps as well.
Yeah, we could show them Fuego.
I was thinking we would show them Laguna just on principle.
Laguna Matata.
Yeah. So internal joke. Laguna Matata. It means don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It means don't worry about it.
Yeah, we were talking about fixing a couple of the different levels and tweaking lighting, and it's like whatever. This is good enough. We need to release it. Laguna Matata.
Laguna Matata. Okay, so I didn't actually start the game ahead of time, which means it might take a second to pick it up. And I also didn't look to see, are we doing the, make sure we're not doing this. Okay, now we're good. Okay, just give us a second to get into the game. Let me throw on some headphones. That works. I wonder why this is so quiet. I think Ben, oh yeah.
Let us know if we just deafened you.
Should be alright. We should check the volume of this guy. Hey, Joel. Where's the mixer? Just make sure that it's where it belongs. Looks fine.
Okay.
Alright, can you guys hear that audio? Turn that down a bit. Okay, alright. Is that better?
Can you hear us?
To me, it sounds like super quiet.
I mean, can't you also just change the volume in other places?
Yes, sort of.
I mean, you can lower the desktop volume and leave the mic audio high.
Oh, I guess I could do that. Let's try that.
Okay. It was set perfect and a little bit more, so you just decreased it a little bit more. So
whatever. Hopefully this is a good spot. All right, let's bring us in game. This might take a second to figure out where we are in game.
We're right there.
It takes a second to pick it out. There it goes. Okay. All right, so yeah, because I wrote the sweet story for it, I'm gonna show you guys the first level of our new DLC campaign, Eodem Sequitur, and this is it. Hopefully you guys didn't get any spoilers, but...
Really? Trainee? I thought you were saying it was easy on anything below ace.
Do you want me to... You know what? Fine. We'll play it on rookie. I don't mind. I was trying, it's just reflex, but I don't know, it's fine. Easily accessible. Level 1, yeah, there's totally spoilers. If you don't want to know the story, turn off the stream right now. This doesn't spoil much, though. I'll let it all play out.
Yeah, I never actually verified with you. Was Mason 100% a nod to Red Faction?
What? No, that's purely coincidence.
Okay.
Giant.
All right.
Purely coincidence.
That's what I thought.
Shout out to our boys over at Volition.
This was when one of the Masons got lost on their way to or from Mars.
I feel like I should be reading this, but I'm not. Hopefully everyone in the audience can read. It's Red Faction. Yes, I took it directly from Red Faction. Okay, so we're sitting above a place called Pirate Repository. Looks like we're on Titan. We're making an unscheduled delivery of parts, and we're getting attacked. I'm a security officer, and I'm gonna go check it out. Far side of Titan, part of an network restores supply depots. Cool. I gotta go check out why these people are getting killed. So, in we go. So first things you can tell is that, man, this level looks like way different than most of the other ones that we've put out there. There's cool new textures, there's crazy caverns type business.
Yeah, this facility was actually initially built as a brick factory.
Factory? No. It was originally built as a storage facility.
Yeah, storing the bricks that they build.
I should be paying attention to what I'm doing. John with you here. Got some doors. We got out of the little cave we got stuck in here. And we're free. We're out in the open. We've already found treasure.
And now we've gotten out of the brick district of the
We're in
factory.
some sort of very large lockdown.
You can rock down with your lockdown.
Looks like the operators here have been busy doing something. Who knows what that's about. They look very angry though.
I say more angry. They
I'm not being very social right now. I'm trying not to get shot.
I'm trying to watch you not get shot, so that's why
We've
I'm
seen
not being
this-
social.
We've seen this level before. Oh, there's James' keyboard taking me for a fun little vacation. We've seen this level before, but now we've integrated it into some energy while we're here. In this cool energy center, unique shape, pillar in a room.
I definitely kept thinking that you could go for one of that energy center just because the way the ground
floor looks,
like,
yeah.
it really looks like you should like be able to go down.
It's a little suspicious that there isn't much here. It looks like it's being stored. Perhaps it's been sent to other places without our knowledge, without our express written consent.
Alright, I think our writer is trying to be subtile.
I won't even talk about it anymore. I should have just said, I wonder where all the parts are, and then that would have been subtle, right? How you
Sure.
How you be subtle?
We'll say sure.
Okay. Get shot. Get shot. I don't know by what. Okay. Ooh, oh no. Oh no. Okay, 21. We got. Apparently, there's a lot of bots in this place.
I would say somewhere between 1 and all of them.
Oh, the left side. I mean, the right side.
No, I think it's the wrong side. Have you considered dipping and ducking?
No,
Possibly dodging?
I don't like to dodge. Dodging makes the game much, much easier. I'm in for the challenge, you know. Still on the plus side.
Who made this music? Did we? Was there custom music? Or is
We
this-
couldn't put in custom music, so this is just from the base game.
Yeah, that's what I was
We tried. It's not an option. Not an option.
I believe this particular score that I can't hear right now, and so I'm not really sure what music is playing, was made exclusively by Luke Humming. This is 100% Luke Humming.
Yep, that's the one. Giant got the track. I can't name the track. Ben can name them when he hears them. I can't. I'm very bad at that ability. Okay, well everything was going really well. 2 bots left, huh? Let's go find them. Where could they be? Yeah, I kind of want this. Look at this. Oh crap, there's one.
I'm curious about where's the other one.
I know where he is. Do you want me to tell you?
I mean, I don't actually care.
Inside of him.
Oh, is that the count too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I forgot about that.
Ooh. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no.
So good luck with that hole not dying.
Woo! Nope, now we're dead. Now we're in trouble. I shouldn't have charged him. I didn't actually mean to.
I was wondering why, like, not only did you charge him, but you, like, kept charging him.
Well, I don't want to go past this, because if we do beat it, then, you guys get to see the next intro or whatever.
Alright, well, that seems like a good spot to stop and point out that, like, again, this level's super easy for anything under Ace.
Okay, for the record, that is the first time that I died in that level, in the, like, 20 plus times that I played it at that difficulty.
Really?
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you played at a higher difficulty in
Yeah.
non-dead?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because you died in a hurry.
Yeah, I drove into him when I didn't want to drive into him.
Yeah, you could have stopped.
Yeah, normally, yes, I agree. Perfect stopping place. So, about that guy. Yep. He's this is like a slightly more challenging version of the base game. Prepare to die, that's exactly right. Okay.
It's not even prepare to die so much as you already did.
You want to show him the challenge mode map?
I mean, I guess.
All right.
Should I go get my controller or just play in bullshit
We
mode?
got this one right here.
That's
You don't like this one? Okay, all right. Go get your fancy one. Go get your fancy one. I'll drink my water. We fully intended that maybe you've played this game before you play the DLC, but if not, he's not that bad on training. He's
actually worse on training.
Dude, I don't not know where you can put that.
I'll tell you where you can put it. Alright, I'm now plugged into the Matrix.
Do you actually change any of these?
No, because they're set correctly from the last time I was
Do you
here.
want headphones?
No, I want headphones.
Oh, all right. You can pick whichever one you want to play.
I feel like on principle I should do Laguna Matata because, we were talking about it.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair.
And it means don't even worry about it.
Do you like this level?
Alright, let's die quickly. Well, let's die slightly slower. I'm terrible at that. Let's go.
So we tried to get everybody's name that made each level on the description of each level, and for the most part we succeeded. There's only one level we have to adjust, but yeah, if you guys are curious who made each level. Dude, Diamond Wolf, we are not going to play to your Q games. We will pick our own unique passwords.
What he said, but in a manly voice.
That's manly.
I kind of want to die just like 3 seconds in.
You might. That guy did shoot you
3 or 4 times.
It is weird not being able to hear stuff. I wonder if Ben's is broken.
You want to listen to the Mac to see if...
Dude, I don't have to plug it in there.
What's the Mac sound like?
Yeah, these aren't plugged in at all.
I mean, they're probably plugged
They
into
are
the
probably
Mac.
plugged in. So yeah, this is like a super ice one. It's got unique cave structures in it. This is a really cool level. Pretty sure we talked about this on stream when we were reviewing them. I hope we did. We definitely talked about it a bunch in the office. Yeah, we love the ice too. It looks really cool.
Yeah, this is actually one of the levels where we had to change the lighting at first because, there were a lot of, super obvious point lights that were just causing a lot of broken shadows.
Yeah, we tried our best to keep it somewhat like it was. It still looks good.
I mean, we did the best we could. Laguna Matata.
Laguna Matata.
Okay, Ryan did the best that he could.
Ryan did the best.
Laguna Matata.
I like the flow of this map too. It's like you feel kind of like you're driving through a sponge.
I'm not a huge fan of the flow, but I do like the app.
You do like the app? Oh, that was important. Or you can't have flow without app, right? I think my professor, my limnology professor, told me that one day.
You had a professor on lines?
Yeah, limbs, tree limbs. That's what limnology is. It's the study of tree limbs. For anybody out there in the wild who's wondering, look it up. It's totally the study of tree limbs.
Yeah. I mean, every day you learn at least 5 things that are completely, absolutely worthless.
Made up, actually, is what you do. And the odds that my limnology professor is actually watching this are very small, so I'm not really worried about the lies that I'm putting forth.
You just gotta go with the fake science odds. It's either happening or it's not. There's a 50% chance he's watching this right now.
What? No, that's not even remotely possible. It's way less.
Yeah. Like 40%?
No, I don't think he even owns any sort of. Well, he owns a laptop.
TV.
He definitely doesn't own a TV, but we wouldn't be on TV, right? We could be on his laptop.
I mean, you know, TVs
Oh,
and
no.
computer
Ow.
monitors are basically the same thing.
Whew, when Matt went to sleep. Two options, so it's 50%. Thanks, Lothar.
Yeah, that's how stats work.
Like 40. That's way less than that. It's like 0.001%.
Oh, look, we found the basement.
We did find the basement. This is where they keep the children.
I'm just gonna hide out down here. You know, because I'm invisible.
What could go wrong?
Invisible.
Yeah, I like how the bots still try to find you when you're invisible. They're like, maybe he's over here on this wall. Do I paleontology, maybe? Nope, not even a little bit. Luminology is not the study of trees. I lied.
No, you're super paleontologist. You're pale as shit. And you totally tologist. That's how that works, right?
Nope, not even a little bit.
Well,
I like your choice of Crusher, though.
see, I prefer
You gotta teach
the
that
Crusher.
one bot in particular a lesson. You there! Fuck you!
Remember, it's not about winning or losing. It's just about winning.
No, that's all Giant did. I don't know if you guys know this, but Giant roasts me on a fairly regular basis.
I mean, it's not that often, because a lot of times I just don't interact with it, because he's on the other side
Yeah,
of the
it
room.
is.
And
Yeah, we are
I
spread
just don't like
way
people.
thin.
Also, I mean, I've known Ed for years. I know how he plays paintball
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
by shooting people in the back.
You believe whatever you want to, man.
Look, it must be true. I'm the one who made it up.
Yeah, you are the one that made it up. Pale as a vampire. Pale as
Hakuna
hell.
Matata.
No, Giant's just sitting right underneath the light. He's not really that pale.
Yeah, I'm definitely darker than Ed. I can see the sun without bursting into flames.
I'm really tan. It's probably because of that stream we had when we were on the beach. I don't know if you guys caught that one. Ben and I were on the beach. I got a little sun that one. Still picking it up right in the face here.
If Ed looks tan, that probably just means that he was doing something messy and needs to take a shower. Because he is so white that he is see-through.
What? That's not true.
That's not actually true.
Take that word for it now. Don't get your head on the light. There is a serious concern that he would hit his head on the light, but we'll all take it down before it gets
When
to
your
that point.
head is generally near things like ceilings,
I love how you take the biggest missiles that we have in the game, and you're like, that bot, that one needs to die.
looking at Matata.
Oh, Lothar. Oh, I'm not even gonna comment on it. Oh man, you're done for. You could shout one more time. GG.
What about 2 more times?
Nope. Only
Not
one.
GG?
Well, you're not gonna make it to the second one.
BG?
BG.
TG?
Oh.
That was multiple times.
I don't think so. That was one just really long consecutive shot. It just took a while for the bullet to go through your hull.
Alright. So
Okay,
that's,
so that's Lacuna. That's one of
Matata.
the new levels, ice themed. It's got some really cool stalactite, stalagmite fixtures hanging all over the place. Neat lights, cool reflections. Like we said, now you guys can see there's original campaign are these cool little symbols here, and now downloaded or foreign maps get this little star to indicate that they're not part of the original campaign. So
You can show off the user as well, because he did that on the 5th page.
what? Oh yeah, this one,
One more.
this one. These are downloaded maps.
Yeah, those are maps that are not DLC or core game, so you can see the different symbols. So if it's one of the first 2 symbols, you can do leaderboards. If it's that symbol, you cannot do leaderboards.
And we should show off one of the leaderboards. Let's take a look. This one, you're just right here. So check it out. There's already some people that are up there.
I did hotshot.
Gotcha. I was like, wait a second, where are you? Ben has the high score right now, which is Ben. We're on as Ben right now. Which is interesting because I should have switched pilots to play Overlord. We'll do that for...
No, the pilot is correct, because remember Steve.
Oh yeah, that's his Steam.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember. So yeah, Ben's got the high score right now. Good job, Giant. Way to make those other suckers look bad. But anyway, yeah, do you guys want to play some multiplayer? I think we got time for a couple of games. Play one or two? Sure, yeah, I'll jump in. I'll go first. Oh, you warmed him up for me. That's very nice of you. I'm gonna get rid of this. Just gonna put it down here. Don't need that. Put these headphone cables over here.
Alright, thanks Obi-Wan, and later.
I have to go wish y'all a night. Yeah, take care, Obi. Play some multiplayer.
Let's do land match.
I mean,
Have them all join us in the land match.
yeah, come on, get in here, you guys. Private match, great match. Let's do 8 regular anarchy. What do I feel like playing today? Man, I do want to play terminal, but I want to larger
in
ones.
honor of terminal carrying that.
Let's play Hive. I'm gonna do Thunderbolt Time Bomb.
TBTB.
Yeah, TBTB. Power ups, let's clear those. Time Bomb. Thunderbolt. Loadout settings.
Luponics, no one knows what you're talking about. There is no Twitch button.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not sure what that button is. We're not sure how it got there. We're not sure about anything. We don't want a second weapon. We do want time bombs though. Time bombs. You guys can pick whatever modifiers you want. Yeah.
Iguana's asking if you can join the voice channel in Discord. I'm
Oh,
assuming
snap.
that would be a bad idea. Actually, no, only you would hear them, so.
Yeah, let's find out if we can. 1 second, we'll find out if we can. I don't know how Ben ditched us this week. I don't know how he left the Discord. No, I don't think we can actually. Otherwise, we'd end up. Maybe we can. Let me see if he left the app someplace. Hold on.
That is a weird search to just be up.
Oh, is the title for the stream?
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me figure out where to put Discord. Here it is. We'll see. We'll see what can.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, we're getting there. Bear with us. We gotta change our screen too. Where is OBS? Oh yeah, we're getting there. Alright, Discord. Voice. Alright, let's jump into channel 1. Alright, you guys there?
Same here. Actually, I had to bring it up
Unmute.
on my laptop.
You guys hear me now?
Yep, can hear you.
Awesome. Alright. And we'll just
Yep.
leave that there. Okay, and create match. And as we learned last week, I can't say the password out loud because then Discord gets to hear it first. So we'll do that word. So ta-da. That's the word for everybody who wants to see it. And now everyone else can join. And
Goat!
goat is the word. Jump in if you guys want to play some TBTB. Oh man. Oh man.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, I got in.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Welcome everyone. Ready up? Let's get this all messy.
I'm not saying you're gonna lose, but
So the odds of me. Hey, Diamond Wolf is only rank 3 silver. There's a chance I could beat him.
yeah, but there's like a chance I might become friendly at some point. It's not
A
gonna
small
happen.
chance.
Not gonna happen.
We are waiting for other players. Did somebody
Ooh, I
click
like
right in the middle
Chili's
match?
comments. The Twitch thing was added to the UI by mistake. We'll go with that. Sure.
Mistake on purpose. No, we added it on purpose. We just can't talk about it yet.
Yeah, it's a really weird situation where it's okay to add it and make it so that it's something that people would want to talk about, but we're not allowed to talk about it.
That was nice pre-fire.
It'd be like walking up to somebody and being like, I'm not allowed to talk about Fight Club. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
Fight Club.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Ah, again with the pick. Just following me around. I know it. I know it.
Have you considered actually hitting someone?
I hit him. But no.
Oh! Oh, he's on the board.
He was on the board before.
You've got 3 points. You got 1 point. You were not on the board before. You were actually invisible.
Again.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh boy.
The helpful tourist is playing for borrows.
Oh, Astro. Oh no, now there's too many people here. There's too many people.
I like how, as you said that, you actually like kind of like slowed down and were moving less.
I hit the wall this way.
This is a scary spot.
Well, I hit the wall, giant.
Yeah, you hit the wall.
Hey, I'm not as good at this game as these other guys are. I've never played it before.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be playing. You should be working. Doing your job.
Oh my gosh. Wanna juking me. Ow. Oh, that's a nice read. Now there's too many people here, though. No! No! Dude, that was lucky, Chili. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. No.
What about a military time clock?
Take your medicine. Get the heck out of here. I don't want this here. No, 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 no. There we go. Medicine served. Oh, I don't want this. I want to go here. Okay, now we're in a really dangerous position. Now we gotta sneak up on some fools. It's our only strategy. I'm doing a real good job sneaking. Now! Now! Oh, look at all those timeouts floating around over there. No! Oh! Yeah! That was a much better read, Iguana.
Was it good on his part or just bad on
It was bad on my part. Like, I didn't wait long enough. He waited just the right amount of time. Get the heck out of here. No!
There we go!
The keyboard is a piece of garbage. Oh my god. And now it's excited there. For the record, I did not fire that time bomb right away. I don't want to talk about it. This computer is inundated with hackers. Oh my god, it's all collapsing so quickly.
Like, in a black hole or...
Oh, it's just so bad. Okay, that's... See, it fires again. So now its new favorite thing to do is just click that second mouse button randomly. No! No! This is time. Oh. That was a nice double iguana. Okay, I'm not gonna push anything. I can't fight. You saw that I didn't push anything, right?
I mean, did I?
I haven't even touched the fucking mouse yet. Ben, your computer's a piece of garbage.
Oh.
Whew.
Don't ask about the flare. Just don't ask about it.
Oh, I found it there.
Here we go. Oh!
That was so much. That could have been like a pentakill if somebody had the time on there.
Maybe you should have saved it.
I don't watch. Just wait for it. No. Okay, maybe. Maybe it's fixed. No, but. I don't even care anymore, man. It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna be in last place very shortly. Well, if it keeps firing it randomly.
So, one time my right mouse button got stuck down, so I would spawn in multiplayer and all my missiles would instantly fire.
This one just likes it. Now it's doing it randomly. It just likes to fire it at random.
Have you considered playing better and then playing?
Get out of here.
Have you considered aiming?
No, I did not consider aiming. These are all really good strategies you guys are offering. Okay, well I'll get a second one this time. Maybe I should just like always anticipate that it wants to fire it. Oh my gosh, I haven't fired it yet.
Where you going? Hey!
Trying to run away.
Okay, now we're getting some progress. Nope. No! No!
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, do I get to use it when I want or when you want, mouse? Tell me which one it's gonna be.
Just switch to keyboard only, Ed.
Dude, I've tried keyboard only. That is never going to happen.
How the hell did that kill you?
Oh, you piece of garbage. You know what? I hope you died with me in there.
Ah!
Oh.
Yeah, it's also depowering my Thunderbolt at random. Ooh, nice Astro. Some good jukes, man.
I still
Oh, I didn't look to see what. I should have paid attention to what score I set this to. It's probably 40. Yeah. Ow.
You just
Puddles, we were fighting right there. I don't know why you.
Drowned in a pulp.
He just came
I
in.
like interrupting.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Ow! Stupid,
Shit.
stupid. Oh, I got somebody with it that time.
I was trying to run away from someone that was invincible.
Oh, I don't want to go down there. A bunch of damage for free. And restart. See, it just keeps restarting even though I don't boost. This is only mildly frustrating. Yeah.
Give me that time bomb. Hey, just
No!
pick it up. Thank you.
Ah, you will pay for it. Oh my god, it just saved your life. Work, computer. Not that hard. I can tell you, it's never been this frustrating.
It's never been this frustrating.
No.
But it's supposed to be a fun.
Well, this computer takes my inputs as more of a suggestion than like a, necessity.
What's Astro
Sure,
doing?
point.
You wait and see. I can't wait for you to play.
Right on the nose.
You're up next, Chief.
I mean, can you wait like 3 minutes and 30 seconds?
That was less than that.
I don't know
Man,
if Puddles is gonna.
Sierra, man.
Or Astro, I mean, they're kind of like neck and neck. Astro's got the lead.
Ooh, hello.
I don't know why we decided to keep streaming on this computer. We should have switched to a different one. God damn it! I hit every time. Oh, I got somebody with it. It's like throwing out a random fish.
Oh, rip fire arrows.
No.
I hit you with the time bomb right on the nose. Why? Why?
Well, that's a lot of time bombs, though.
You got this.
I mean, it's a miracle that I
I mean, we dropped Brex, so apparently you're effectively in fourth place.
How are you not dead, Iguana?
Oh! Oh, there was so many people!
And you didn't get
And I
any
didn't
of
get
them.
any of them! That time bomb was right on point. Somebody just had that idea much quicker.
Oh, thanks for the invincible. Invincibility.
Give me another time bomb.
Come over here, Iguana.
Yikes. Shit.
No! Not one at all.
Here's Ed. Come on. Get over here.
No.
God
Ow!
God damn it, it ran out.
Ow.
Shit.
Won't charge. It won't charge. It's hard to shoot that if it doesn't charge back. Oh my god. A minute and 43 seconds to never have to touch this computer again. Bonk. Puddles, I'm just gonna lay down on the floor and you can kill me, because I can't control when this thing shoots anymore. It's just not even an option. Look, it just keeps starting over, man. Nowhere near the thrust button. Fuck you. I don't know why you gave that to me. You're too nice. God damn it.
Oh, yes.
Come on, you got a minute
Am I
to
gonna
turn this around.
Dude, if I got to fire my time bomb when I wanted to, I might believe that that was possible. I know it's not, but I might believe it.
Oh! Killed B-Man Jones.
God damn it. I had an overdrive and I couldn't even kill one person with it.
It's actually dodging pretty well there.
B-Man again.
No! That was nice, Astro.
Oh, 9 seconds.
Oh my god.
I want you to look what it's doing right now, Giant. Do you see what it's doing? My hands
Ed.
are right here. Oh, you piece of shit! Were you seriously firing it every time? You're such a fuck. Giant is sitting here like a fucking piece of shit with the controller in his hand, laughing, having just the time of his fucking life. I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh, now chat's loving it. You know what? You guys are all pieces of shit. I'm like,
For clarity, I was firing his time bomb, so any of his accidental time bomb kills, or when he's like, it's just firing, I'm not even near it. That's me firing completely. I was boosting to get rid of his charge.
oh my god! Like every time, I'm like, oh, full charge. It would just
And
go
you
away.
like
why
turn
would I-
and look at me while my hands are still down
I'm not
here.
looking down in your lap, right? While we're streaming. Really,
think
get
the
out of
real
here, you
lesson
guys!
here
Ultimate troll.
I think the real lesson here is Ed still got 3rd place.
I did still get 3rd place. Well, FireX dropped, but here we are.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't hear the clicking of every time
Yeah,
I
I got
boost.
sweet headphones on. All right, you guys.
No, this is definitely not co-op. This is counter-op.
This is counter-op is in the game. It's live. You've heard it here first. Play with your friends. There was actually. So, did you guys ever play Mario Kart Double Dash? My friends and I, when we played that for the GameCube.
That was childhood, man.
It was, well, I'm super old, so it wasn't really childhood for me, but
Well, for me it was.
we played a mode where the person in the back was on a different team. They were working against the person in the front. The person in front was trying to finish the race, and the person in the back was trying to put them in the hole as much as they could. That was a lot of fun. That was good. And then we drank a bunch.
I've seen some of those like speed runs, right? I think I saw one where like GoldenEye, where like one person would control like the shooting and the other person would control the movement or something. But yeah, I'm honestly surprised Ed did not realize how I was just completely screwing him over the whole time.
That's because this keyboard does what it wants on its own, like
clarity.
40% of the time.
You should have to notice if I screw with you again.
I should have to not notice anything. All right, you want to play one? Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just gonna reach up here and get this controller for no reason whatsoever.
You mean the one that I'm going to be using?
That's the one. That's the
Cool.
one. All right, you can set it up however you want.
All right, let's go stupid. Let's go vault, and let's go.
Dude, I do like playing. You're doing teams on Vault?
Yeah.
Bold strategy.
This
Ben
is-
might have team damage on, so if you don't want that, you might actually. Yeah, he does have it on.
Okay. Am I blind? Where is team damage?
Right there.
Oh, right. So we're going to turn that from off to on.
Wait, it was on. It
I
was on
know.
before.
I want there to be team
Then you
damage.
turned it to off, and then you turned it back to on.
Yeah, to emphasize how much I want team damage on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Everything. Okay,
Everything.
Gotcha. And then the loadout is set to, yeah. Dude, I do like to play Lancer Vortex.
Lancer Vortex is cool. I'm terrible at Lancer.
Alright. Alright, so we got this set up. The password is.
Yeah, oh, you think you're funny.
I mean, I think I'm funny.
The stream is like 15 seconds behind for me.
Alright, so the password is in.
I hate you so much.
For
right
those
now.
of you who cannot read it,
I was doing decent in that game.
the
too.
password is Ed is blind. I feel like it is appropriate because Ed is blind. Alright, remember, the name of the game is make up for the fact that your teammates are terrible, Terminal, because we got
Dude,
some
This
serious
teammate-
intelligers are a little bit low, and quite frankly, I'm just going to boat anchor this. So, it's basically going to be the three of you.
I think this is stacked incredibly in your favor right now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Good luck, Puddles and Iguana, you guys. I hope
I mean-
you have strong shoulders.
I mean, to be fair, Iguana and Puddles seemed to murder you a lot last game. So they're used to killing this profile.
Okay, that is a strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like a little indicator on our screen that points to where you are, free space style.
No,
all the time.
it's going to be a little more obvious if I just reach forward and start smashing keys on the keyboard. Giant's method was much more subtle. You know, I just wasn't paying attention to you having the controller in your...
I mean, I feel like in general, if you're sitting next to an asshole and the controls aren't working properly...
Well, I just assumed it's a goddamn keyboard thing because it does that all... I'm like,
Again-
oh, we've reached a new level of evolution of bullshit in
Again,
this.
sitting next to an asshole. I mean, come on.
Shit.
I'm just going to assume that it's you doing it every time from now on.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Oh, we have creepers?
I saw you
I was
shoot
saying the
through
same
Yeah,
the back.
no one saw that. It's like, there's something behind me.
Okay, alright.
That was
Guys, cover me! Oh god, I'm taking so much damage.
Guys, cover
they're
me.
back
Terminal's
here.
getting taken out.
Oh my god.
Oop, oh, right, friendly fire's on. Yeah.
Haha.
thing. Right.
Friendly
Works.
fire.
Oh my gosh. There's double agents all over in this game.
Oh, the other team's using my strategy. Kill your
You were
teammates.
just singing the Crossfire theme from like 1991.
That's my strategy, and it's bold.
Oh man, that was a bold strategy. Fly into the entire enemy team.
Yeah. Now they know what's what, but they still don't know who's
Good
who.
lord, orange team. Orange team indeed, Chili.
I found the other side of the lasers.
Yeah. What was there?
Death. Pointy death.
Monkey death. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Dude, orange team.
Oh, you ran into those?
What is going on?
I feel like Orange Team is entirely
Now they are trying. Oh, they're clawing back. 4-5. Did they intentionally tank their score down to such a low number just so that when they rallied, it made you guys look that much worse? Because they just
Yes,
jumped
yes,
up
exactly,
like
exactly,
5 points and you guys
100%.
haven't moved yet. Oh, 6.
Just don't question.
Ooh, oh, there we go. Blue team gets some movement finally.
Found terminal. I should probably shoot him.
He
He
made
just
it.
casually came in and took that.
This is mine now.
That. Just switch sides, Giant. Just switch sides.
Oh boy, I like where this is going. Just shoot it up there. I don't even know why you're hesitating.
He who hesitates thinks about things.
Oh, nice. Nice, nice.
Just up to M1.
I'm not sure what this strategy is, but it seems to be working. So, is that just like go in circles until your teammates show up?
Pretty much.
Like, oh, that woman.
That was basically just I was buying time. Well, I transitioned from teabagging into my teabagging is dodging better than it should be. Let's see how long I can keep this up. Okay, this is getting stupid, so I'm gonna leave
Oh
now.
my god. Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
That is so many lasers down that
Give me
low.
this. Give me this.
21 to 13. A slightly closer game than that. Oh man, he shot that like right.
Yeah, that Nova went inside.
I think it was Thunderbolt that went there too.
So you're saying he came with the thunder?
Thunderbolt. It's funny because you're just not sure if the lasers streaking past your face are your enemies or your teammates.
The strategy I generally go with is everyone is my enemy, whether they realize it or not. Seems to work out pretty well. I just shoot at everything.
Everything was like still about the same gap. A little bit bigger. You guys, Orange team, you're not out of this yet, man. Now you might be.
I want my Thunderbolt back.
Yeah. The Giant thought this was very balanced.
Well, I thought I'd honestly be better at killing my teammates. I've disappointed myself.
There we go.
It's only a 10 point game, 11, 12 point game.
I mean, that's only half the hours in the day. There's plenty of time to catch up.
I gotta see this though. Okay, so now we know who's carrying all the weight here. Basically, Puddles for the terminal right here. With a bunch of people in the way.
I'm definitely in Terminal's way.
Oh, nice. You snuck up right behind him and just murdered him.
What?
Oh, wow.
No.
That was a whole lot of blue team building.
Whoop.
Oh, man.
That was close. I almost made it competitive by tanking our team. I almost made it competitive. Unfortunately, I did not tank it.
Take that 4th place for the team. It was good job. Very nicely done.
Look at that. 30. That number is so much better than everybody else on my team.
Yeah, because I think we connected to Ohio for no reason whatsoever.
I mean, we were the server.
Finally, the team gains pilots with the most kills who make with the pilots with the most deaths. And that's probably true for a lot of things.
I mean, I tried to death as much as possible.
Some of the strategies in just like versus maps of various games are just don't die. Like if you just don't die, you can't lose if you don't die. It's a very viable strategy. Do you want to wrap it up? I think we're running slightly over. So
yeah.
Okay, we'll cover it. Thanks you guys for playing. I know we didn't play a ton this week, but we had a lot to talk about. So we're gonna wrap it up there. I'll take us out of game.
Hope you got a good amount of useful information about the patch and the DLC and thoughts and stuff, and hope you were entertained by that one match where Ed was doing terrible.
Let me dip us out of Discord. If you guys joined us in Discord, thanks for joining us. We'll check you out next week. And then the last thing we got to cover, let me move this back over so it doesn't look like we're always staring at who knows what. Kamikaze tactic works for me. Yeah, kamikaze is also a viable tactic. I employ it frequently. But the last thing we want to talk about, let's see, hey, do we know if the server reboot patch is out yet? We don't know. I haven't talked to Jeff about that.
What's the server reboot patch?
Jeff was going to fix the way that the servers restarted.
Oh.
Last I saw was they said Mike or Matt said, yeah, do it, and we haven't gotten an update.
I don't remember if that. Okay, I don't remember if that got followed through. As a side note, that has nothing to do with patching the game. That's just all on our side. So there won't need to be a patch for that. That's just local
when
stuff.
Jeff finishes, it'll just go live, and like you guys won't even see anything. It'll just happen one day, and everything will hopefully be smoother for you guys. But why have you noticed any problems with the servers recently? Just out of random thought, maybe it is. Like if you've noticed that they've been much smoother code on it, then maybe.
I mean, I know we had maybe like a week or 2 weeks ago, there was just like a stint where it was like 3 days in a row. It felt like
that was really bad.
Server problems. But and then another minor announcement: Bammer will be around a little bit less.
Yeah, he's going on vacation, possibly forever, but at least for a couple of weeks, he's going to head out to LA.
So in theory, like he'll be able to be online and he'll be able to respond to us if we have questions. There's a reasonable chance he'll be on the forums a little bit. But in general, if you need something replied to reasonably quickly, adding him might not be the best method. We should probably say something in Discord at some point as well, just because.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. He's in on Monday still, so.
Yeah, he's on Monday. He'll be here Monday before he's driving. Actually, I think he's flying.
Yeah, he's flying out.
Because I think he got cheap tickets.
Him and his lady friend are flying out.
Yeah.
But he should be back in a couple of weeks. It's just an extended vacation. Hopefully. As for the weekly challenge, we thought we would do something tied into the DLC, and after discussing it, we felt a little guilty that it would require people to buy it, but at the same time, it's only $5, so we're doing it anyway because we really like the idea. So it's just speedrun the DLC. Start to finish, show us your end screen. If you guys difficulty, yeah. I think that given the craziness of it, I think rookie is a completely acceptable.
I thought you were going to go trainee. I feel like trainee is acceptable considering how difficult it is.
It's not that bad. It's only the first level, and if I was you know, strafing instead of driving straight at the robot. That would have made.
Oh, and for clarity, I did not have a controller plugged in yet, so that was 100% you.
That was 100% his computer. So yeah, just rookie. Check it out. I mean, if you feel that, then just don't participate. It's not. I mean, there's like 20 people in this. There's not a lot of people that are in the channel, so we do speedruns on lower difficulties just because it makes it more accessible to more people that want to play. So yeah. Also, the DLC is awesome and it's out. Check it out. Give us feedback on what you guys think of it. Tweet it if you want to. That's really not my bag, but I hear the kids like Twitter nowadays. I'll post the details in the Weekly Challenge channel on Discord. If you guys are new and haven't checked us out, there's Discord links down below. We stream here every week, 2 p.m. Central, and we try to play at least a couple of games of multiplayer with everybody that wants to, and also update you guys on what's happening with us. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Peace out, you guys.